Well, we heard we were able to put forward some of the issues that we are having as trade unionists and having the Ministry of Education deal with us in a way that is respectful, in a way that is that recognizes our role as trade unions, our responsibilities in doing what we have to do, and in a way that is making them aware that the Ministry of Education has been treating us as unions with disrespect, and that 27 has to be a different type of union going forward in addressing these things of the Ministry of Education.
Yes, I think that the meeting this morning was basically to bring our members up to speed with what is happening in education, to put the issues back on the front burner. And as was discussed at the meeting, we have a number of matters before the ministry. Certainly the one of meeting with the ministry is a major concern for the unions, and we want to get the quarterly meetings back on track so that we can get issues dealt with, issues in the bud and so on. In terms of the real issue with the two unions though, is the level of disrespect that we have noticed over the last year or two in relation to how the ministry relates to us. There are a number of things that the ministry is currently doing without any notification, any input, any information coming to the unions, and we think that we are moving away from what we would consider to be custom and practice. We would hope that this year, 2017, will be a different year where the ministry will consult the two unions as stakeholders in education and partners in education, consult the two of us when they are about to do whatever it is that they would want to do. It cannot be a unilateral position being taken by the ministry in 2017. The two unions obviously are going to start to work more closely as we put forward our agenda for taking the education system in Barbados forward, because we believe that our members have a serious role to play in where Barbados goes in terms of its education capacity and so on. So we have a role to play, and we are going to work closely together with the SDU and the BUT in making sure that we see education in the next 5-10 years moving leaps and bounds.
We also recognize that there is a problem in terms of the status of teachers, and we intend that by our actions this year, we do something in bettering, improving the perception of the teaching profession in Barbados and the status of teachers in Barbados. And to that end, we've taken decisions to demand quarterly meetings in short order. We have taken decisions to come to a united position within a certain timeline. We've set certain timelines in terms of the goals that we have set for ourselves, and we are looking at working together with the whole idea of compensation for SEA work, working together in relation to support for the teachers at Commonwealth School, working together with support for the reinstatement of the pay that has been docked from BUT members for attending meetings that they have the constitutional right as workers in this country to attend. It is not a situation where an entity outside of your body can determine that you are on strike action and seek to victimize and rob Barbadian citizens of their fundamental and constitutional rights in this country.
Mary, what about advice, sensible advice to the BUT in terms of settling
In terms of the strike fund, the Barbadian of Teachers, we are looking at an emergency fund. We don't wish to call it strike because of the manner the ministry is now using strike. And I think teachers may have a different connotation of strike. For example, I was at St. Joseph Primary earlier this term with a water issue. And the teachers brought the children on the outside to just to supervise them because, of course, there was no water in the class, in the bathrooms, no water in the toilets, etc. And when the ministry came, the first thing was, you teachers are on strike. So once teachers now are not in the classroom giving instruction, they're on strike. So UT is not proposing a strike fund, but an emergency fund. But during the course of this year, yes, we are looking at taking $10% of every member's dues. Yeah, 10% of every member due we are going to take this year and put in that emergency fund so we can build it quickly.
So you're not going to divert funds from it to have it started. This is a new fund you're going to get started.
Yeah, just basically we'll come out to savings. Yeah. And I think we have some reserves somewhere that we can kickstart the fund with.
A strike takes place when workers take a definitive decision to withdraw labor from and yes, there is a process that we go through in Barbados as responsible unions that precedes strike action. And historically, both the STU and the BUT, anytime that there have been strikes, have followed that process. So it is clear to our employer that we are going on strike, and when we are going on strike, we also go the extra mile given the type of jobs that we do. I know in the BSTU we've certainly done this to inform parents that we will not be at school, so that while we do not have the authority legally to close schools, we inform them of our absence from the school so that they can make, yes, arrangements for their own children. That is what a strike is. A purposeful, planned withdrawal of labor from the employer. And it is the most powerful weapon that the union has. So generally unions do not abuse it. We, in our teachers' unions, cannot objectively be accused of ever having abused strike action. We use other forms of industrial action, and the strike is always the last resort. So somebody outside of this union cannot, when it suits them on some whimsical whim, because that's all it could be, indicate that the action that we are taking in meeting our members constitutes a strike. And as former trade union leaders, you would think that they know what a definition of a strike is.
I know you were saying going forward that you have to determine when is best to meet in terms of for the teachers, for the union, if they will be in school, out of school, on weekends. Was that discussed today?
Well, generally, towards the end of the meeting, the concern was raised as to how we are going to get the membership out. Currently, we know that the members are operating under a lot of fear, and it's going to take a lot for both unions to be able to get membership to respond in the way that we want them to respond. We are saying, yes, at the meeting we said that when your union calls you, you're expected to come, but we have to be able to convince teachers that they must come. And it's going to take some time. I don't think it's going to happen with the next issue unless there's a fire somewhere and you say, come on, everybody, going to come. But we are going to work on strategies and so on to get people motivated again to want to come and to share and to give support where they need.
The issue with that as well is that we had turnouts of just over 200 people today, and that is not what we would have initially hoped for, but we know the fair tactics, we know the other strategies that we see being employed to frustrate our membership, to demean and belittle the leaders of the trade union, to victimize them. And when members see that their leaders are being attacked, it makes them feel even more vulnerable. So we recognize any strategies being put in place and used, and we are attempting to deal with them
True.